Good morning, all of you. Today I'm here with Marpol Convention Part 1. I'm going to discuss the origination of Marpol, history of Marpol, and the various uh, regulations, chapters, and all the details of the convention part. Basically, we will concentrate on the history of Marpol, origination of Marpol. Okay, so first of all, Marpol is a pollution prevention convention, and the full name of the Marpol Convention is International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 73/78. We will have a discussion on 73/78. 73 is the parent convention and 78 is the protocol. So that we will do in later on when we will discuss the things. But and along with this, the list of conventions or the codes, which is basically going to deal with the protection of our environment, especially the marine environment. Marpol, if you see over here, the pollution, which is the introduction of the pollutants into the environment to such a point that affects the human health or the living organisms in the environment. Basically, it is harmful to the human health and, of course, the living organisms in the environment. So that is considered as pollution. So, on board ship, we have so many things which can create pollution at sea and in air also. Air is basically why I'm talking about the emissions coming out of the ship. Okay, so that also is being considered by Marpol, that is given in the Annex 6 part of it. Okay, so in this present time, this is the alarming part. Either we talk about the global warming, either we talk about the rising the temperature of the oceans, dying of the coral reefs, lots of species are getting extinct. So all these things are being created or impacted by the marine pollution. So there must be some convention that will deal with the marine pollution part. So that is governed by the Marpol. Each serious pollution incidents bring about the harsher and the new regulatory requirements which we have to comply. So that is also there. Time to time Marpol got amendments also, and now also the amendments are coming, and this is basically dealing with the improvement part or the new requirement part of the Marpol. Okay. Here you have the list of conventions which is relating to the marine pollutions. So first you see Prevention of Marine Pollution 1973, Marpol. Then Intervention on the High Seas in case of the oil pollution casualties 1969, that is called Intervention Convention. Protocol relating to the intervention on high seas related in case of the pollution by substances other than oil 1973. This is your intervention convention protocol. Oil pollution preparedness response and cooperation 1990 OPRC convention. Protocol in the OPRC. This is cooperation and pollution incident by the hazardous and noxious substances. That is your 2002 protocol. Okay. Prevention of marine pollution by dumping of waste. This is called LDC, London Dumping Convention 1996. Control of harmful and anti-fouling systems or substances 2001 AFS Convention. Ballast water management 2004. Removal of wrecks 2007. Recycling of the ships 2009. This is your Hong Kong Convention. Okay, so these are the conventions which is there. Additional part also we can see here as a the percentage contribution. In this diagram you can see the percentage contribution as it is very evident. You can see the shipping is when we talk about the marine pollution part, shipping is contributing towards 35%. Other effluents, atmosphere, drilling rigs, and other MODUs and all, so that is 45%. Undefined, still the sources are not known, is 5%. Tanker disasters in past history, if you see that tanker disasters 10%, natural resources from there, it is here 5%. So this is the diagram with which you can understand how necessary it is to have the Marpol. And here you can see it's a general idea and guideline. We have two categorization. One is emissions into the sea, and one is emissions to the air. So Marpol deal with that. Marpol have six annexes, and Annex 1 to Annex 5 deal with the emissions into the sea, and Annex 6 is dealing with the air. But here we have the other things also. In this diagram, it is very evident how the things are. Like the engine room, the bilge water and the oil discharges which are coming. So here the diagram shows this is also one of the pollutant. The wastewater, the sewage, and all. So that is coming as the wastewater. Then garbage is also generated. So this garbage is also one of the pollutant. Anti-fouling paints, which is there in the ship's hull, that is also creating as a pollutant. And the ballast water, which is originated from the ship. So this ballast water is also creating the sea pollution part. So this is all sea pollution. Now, if we see that VOC, so tanker emissions, volatile organic compounds. And this engine room, we have the refrigerants and all, ozone depleting substances, ODS. And of course, we have the CO2, NOx, SOx, incinerator emissions, and greenhouse gases. So all these things are the emissions in air. So this diagram clears out regarding the emissions to air and emissions to sea. If we see the history of Marpol, you can see here pre-Marpol. Before the Marpol, we had the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution by Sea, Oil Pole Convention, which is adopted in 1954. This convention, however, had limitations and focused primarily on the oil pollution from the routine operations. So this is basically creating the oil related part. Torrey Canyon disaster happened in 1967. If you see the YouTube, you will have so much of detailed video regarding the Torrey Canyon disaster, and this gives a major disaster or major catalyst for the change in convention. And the super tanker Torrey Canyon ran aground off the coast of England and is spilling about estimated 120,000 tons of crude oil. So this was the huge disaster, and people made to think that no, something must be there to protect the ocean if this type of incident occurs. Then the thinking and need was being felt. The catastrophic environment and the economic damage highlight the inadequacy of the existing regulations which were there, and spurred the international community under the leadership of the International Maritime Organization, that is IMO, to take more decisive action. And then the thinking about the Marpol adoption of the 1973 Marpol Convention. So now a draft convention is ready and everything, the adoption part. In response of the growing concern of Torrey Canyon and other similar incidents, the IMO held a conference that was leading to the adoption of International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, that is Marpol, on November 2, 1973. So adoption is, happened in 2nd November 1973. This convention is the landmark agreement because after that lots of concern regarding the marine pollution is being resolved. So that's why it is called landmark agreement between the all flag states and the concerned parties of IMO, and it first addresses the multiple type of the pollution from the ships, not just the oil. Like we have oil poll earlier, only the oil was being considered. It includes the oil, NLS, harmful substances in packaged form, sewage, garbage, all these things. 1978 protocol and entry into force. We have now 1978 protocol. I told you guys the Marpol is written at 73/78. So 73 I have already described. That is the adoption part of it. And now 78, it is a protocol. Protocol is the instrument or with help of which the parent convention got the major amendment and major changes. which is introduced to the parent convention, and it is absorbed in the parent convention. So protocol is the one of the IMO tool with the help of which the major amendments are introduced to the parent convention. That is the main concept of it. So here again you can see the new incident, a spate of tanker accidents, 1973, a series of serious tanker accidents between 76 and 77. What is that? The Argo Merchant, Amoco Cardiach. So these are the disastrous part. Then another thinking came that no, we have to have something to improve this one and need some major changes. So this event further emphasizes the urgent need for the more robust and enforceable international framework. So the Marpol was already there as a parent convention. So major amendment was being introduced. So that's why 1978 protocol came. 1973 Marpol Convention has not yet entered into force, but due to lack of sufficient ratification, the IMO convened a new conference in 1978. Okay, so 1978, another conference held by the IMO. This conference adopted in 1978 Marpol Protocol that was created to address the immediate tanker safety and pollution concerns. So when we talk about this, the immediate pollution concerns was given in 1978 Marpol Protocol, and it was being actually addressed. And then the birth of the Marpol 73-78 happened. Okay, so 1978 protocol was designed and integrated with 1973 convention, and you can see I told you no earlier it is being absorbed by the parent convention. That is the main thing, and these two instruments combined form single unified text. It is known as Marpol 73/78. So I hope if in any examination if it is being asked to you guys Marpol 73/78, what is the meaning of it, you can elaborately explain. Entry into force. Combined instrument Marpol 73/78 entered into force 2nd October 1983. Okay, so that's how the slowly the implementation started with the Marpol part. Here I come with the complete protocols and the conventional entry into force, date adopted and date enter into force. This chart will explain you that. Okay, so the convention parent part, so 2nd November 1973 entered into 2nd October 83. Protocol 1, 2nd November 1973, 2nd October 1983. Protocol 2, 2nd November 1973, 2nd October 1983. Protocol 78, 17th February 1978 and 2nd October 1983. Protocol 1997, 26/9/1997, and this is your 19/5/2005. So 97 is the another one. Okay, so this you can see here entered on 19th May 2005. So evolution and other annexes. I told you there are 6 annexes. Since the entry into force, Marpol has been continuously updated. Now also it is being amended. Basically, in Annex 6, so many amendments are coming. Emerges from the pollution. The convention is structured with main body and 6 technical annexes, and each dedicated to the specific type of the pollution. Like we have seen Annex 1, regulations for the prevention of pollution by oil. Basically in the examination also sometimes asked about the detailed name of the annex. Entered into force October 2nd, 1983. Annex 2, regulations for the control of pollution. Here I will stress on the control of pollution. When I will discuss Annex 2, I will describe it. By noxious liquid substances in bulk. So NLS in bulk entered into force 2nd October 83. Annex 3, prevention of pollution by harmful substances carried by sea in packaged form, entered into force 1st July 1992. So harmful substances in packaged form, that is your 1st July 1992. Now, Annex 4, Prevention of Pollution by Sewage from Ships, entered into force 27 September 2003. So, sewage entered into force 27 September 2003. Annex 5, Prevention of pollution by garbage from ships entered into force 31st December 1988. And Annex 6, Prevention of Air Pollution from Ships, entered into force 19th May 2005. So these are the complete name of the annexes and entry into force date along with that. So this will help you out for the preparation of examination also. Here you can see the revision of annexes. Annex 1, oil, same the 83, 2nd October 83, revision 1/1/2007. The revision happened of that. Okay. NOx, that NLS in bulk, 6th April 87, revision 1/1/2007. Harmful substances in packaged form, 1/7/1992, revision in 28/2/1994, and then again 1/1/2010, 1/1/2014 also. So the I told you the Marpol is continuously improving. Sewage, 27/9/2003, revision 1/8/2005. Garbage, 31st December 1988, revision 1/1/2013. Air, 19/5/2005, revision 1/7/2010. So this is something which is there. Here you can see it's a complete description of all the annexes in a nice format, and I have taken from the IMO site only. So this is oil, Annex 1. This is NLS, your Annex 2. Harmful substances, it is Annex 3. Sewage, Annex 4. Garbage is Annex 5. And air pollution is Annex 6. Here also the dates are given, and you can go through it. And this is also asked in the examination. Sometimes you can see that Marpol, you can see over here Annex 1, Annex 2, Annex 3, Annex 4, Annex 5, and Annex 6. We have 6 annexes and 137 regulations. So each annex, how many chapters? 11 chapters, 47 regulations, 3 appendices. Annex 2, 10 chapters, 22 regulations, 7 appendices. Annex 3, 2 chapters, 11 regulations, 1 appendices. Chapter 4, 7 chapters, 18 regulations, 1 appendices. Annex 5, 3 chapters, 14 regulations, and 2 appendices. And Annex 6, 4 chapters, 31 regulations, 11 appendices. I want to add one more thing over here for all of you. This is something which is the data provided, but you just check with the recent consolidated edition 2022. If any additional things are there as per this, you must make amendment in your notes also, so that you can prepare for the examination in a good manner. So I have just given you the format. You can make in your notebook and make a note of it if any additional chapters are being added, or any regulations are being added, or any appendices are being added to any of the annexes. So just update yourself. Okay. And with this, thank you, all of you. This was just the introduction of the Marpol Convention, evaluation of the how the the Marpol evolved, and the structure of the Marpol. Okay, so in coming videos, I will come up with the further information regarding the Marpol. Okay, thank you. My YouTube channel is MMD Exam Tips. Hope all of you like it, and I will regularly come up now with the related videos. Thank you, all of you.